Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan. This is a one-and-done trip for Minnesota before going back to their Timberwolves fans up in Minneapolis. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
Yeah, Kevin, this is a season series that has not gone well for this club. They're 0-2 right now against this opponent, and this is the last opportunity they'll have to get a win.
Yeah, this is a proud team. I mean, all pro teams typically are, so getting swept definitely would not sit well with them. I look for them to pull out everything they've got in their arsenal to try to prevent being swept.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Wiggins is out there with Young. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Pekovic in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Rubio against Nelson. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. And Parsons kicks to Ellis. Dallas moving the ball around. Nelson, the pass to Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one wide left.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Well, Nikola Pekovic, a battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first free throw is good. Well, Clark, you look back at some of the big names they were rumored to be in on, like Darren Williams and Dwight Howard. Those two names come to mind.
And they missed out on them, but they've always been very good about remaining flexible when they need to be with the salary cap.
And so Pekovic nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And here's Nelson. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
And what an extraordinary display of passing in that game, too, Kevin. He was making all the right decisions offensively.
Now here's Nowitzki. From 13 feet, it goes down.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
Rubio dishes to Young. Back to Rubio. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic. Puts up the baby hook, and he gets the bucket. Pekovic has got 6. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Ellis outside. The pass to Wright. Dishes to Nowitzki. Off the pick. Wiggins with the rebound.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And Rubio kicks to Young. Feeds it to Brewer. Pass to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. Young outside. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Monte Ellis. The kick out to Young. From deep three-point range, again, Young missing. Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Nelson, the pass to Nowitzki, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got 6.
Tell you what, he's 3 of 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Rubio dishes to Young. He feeds it to Pekovic. And Young kicks to Rubio. Back to Young. Pass to Pekovic. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
The defenders have to be aware. They cannot allow him that position before he catches the ball.
You're exactly right, Steve. That is his domain.
Now, here is Nelson. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Rubio, the pass to Brewer. Here's Pekovic. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
A different look for Dallas. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Nowitzki. Harris comes in for Ellis. And it's Felton in for Jameer Nelson. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Day. Anthony Bennett comes in for Young. Mo Williams is checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Garcia in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Parsons. They had a 24-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too, Kevin. Had a couple of important block shots in that game. So good all-around effort.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And again, it's Minnesota.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
109 left here in the opening quarter. Felton dishes to Wright. Back to Felton. He kicks to Aminu. To the middle. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Chandler Parsons signing a 3-year, $46 million contract offer with the Mavericks. This past offseason, Clark, everyone expecting him to get a nice raise, but he's making max-type money.
Sometimes it's a matter of timing, Kevin. The Mavs clearly value him highly, and at the same time, they weaken a division rival, so it's a win-win as far as they're concerned.
Now, here is Garcia. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Now, here's Aminu. Tight defense on him. Harris with it. Williams picks him up. And Aminu kicks to Wright. That misses off the backboard. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Garcia against Felton. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, this is something they'd like to improve, guys. About 72% on their free throw percentage for the season.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
The dish now to Aminu. Inside, Wright. Can't get it to fall. Good if it goes. And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. Timberwolves lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Tune in this Wednesday night, February 4th. Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat take on Nikola Pekovic and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Live from Minneapolis. Be there.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
They've got Al-Farouq Aminu. Devin Harris is out there with Ellis. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Parsons in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, it's been a great pairing in Dallas between Monte Ellis and Dirk Nowitzki. As Dirk said, he's been amazing for us. He's so athletic, so fast. I knew he could score with the best of them, but the thing that surprised me is his playmaking off the pick-and-roll game. He makes my game a lot easier. Kevin, they make a great tandem.
Yeah, working together, they're a nightmare to defend, Doris. Thank you. Nowitzki, no good.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
Poked away. Now here is Garcia. He's got 9. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Carlisle presiding over a more half-court, station-to-station style of play in Detroit and Indiana. He's embraced a more up-tempo style, it seems, in Dallas.
Yeah, and he's got an offensively gifted team with the Mavs, and he's always been an innovator using zone defenses to hide weaker defenders and to keep opponents off balance.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
To give their teams the best chance to win.
Good thought. Nelson's checked in for the Mavericks. Timberwolves also changing it up. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Gorgie Dang. Young comes in for Anthony Bennett. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garcia. Mavericks trailed by 8. Nelson, the pass to Nowitzki. Tries from 10. Dallas, no good that time either. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against Cleveland.
And if you want to look at one thing that was the key to the victory, Kevin, it was the three-point shooting.
Well, that's a powerful weapon for them indeed. I mean, it makes things a lot easier for you offensively when you're knocking down that 3 ball.
And that one's good. Pekovic. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Nelson dishes to Ellis. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Nelson gets it to go.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket. Jameer Nelson, a stocky 6-foot guard, now in his 11th season out of St. Joe's. College Player of the Year his senior season.
Now, here is Young. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. A floater, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, they really took it on the chin that last time out, and the difference was the turnover differential. When you look at the stat sheet, they were so careless with the ball, and those mistakes were just too much to overcome. Very effective screen to set up the jumper, and that was the key to that play.
Nelson outside. Parsons with a screen on Rubio. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Young passes to Rubio. Another shot. And the layup is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Ellis outside. Nowitzki inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. What about Clark, what Steve just talked about? How was it possible for them to turn the ball over so much in that game?
Well, I mean, the defense was outstanding. Now, you got to give some credit where credit is due. But they also were a little sloppy at times with the ball.
Free throw good. Parsons.
Chandler Parsons, really a nice fit in Dallas. He gives them a much-needed three-point shooter alongside Nowitzki. And he also has the athleticism and ball handling ability to slash inside and create shots for others.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Brandon Wright's checked in for Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Ellis. Both free throws good from Parsons. And Parsons with good size at small forward, Clark. He's a scrappy defender who the Mavs feel they can coach up to become a top-tier player in that regard.
Yeah, you know, already more than solid is Parsons. Can hold his own in isolation against great pick-and-roll players. Moves pretty well for a guy of his size. I love his game, everything about it.
Dallas on defense. They trail by 9 points. And Rubio kicks to Begovic. Barea pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Aminu with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
6 to shoot. And Wright kicks to Parsons. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. 1:52 left here in the second. Rubio outside. Here's Pekovic. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 14 points for Nikola Pekovic. Here's Nelson, averaging 10 points per contest. Nelson left side. Aminu dishes to Nelson. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Another shot. And it's Wright missing. Timberwolves leading by 9. Rubio outside. Young outside. He dishes it to Pekovic. Puts it up from 12. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Barea, the pass to Aminu. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Aminu's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, he didn't have to slow down at all, guys. Just perfectly timed pass there.
And Rubio kicks to Levine. Pekovic with a screen. Levine passes to Pekovic. Here's Levine, guarded by Nelson. Rubio with a wide open look. Second chance shot, and Pekovic with the lay-in. Pekovic has got 6 in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Nelson dishes to Wright. At the elbow, it's Parsons. Back to Wright. That's good. Wright's got his second bucket. 8 seconds left in the first half. Young with no one around. No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached halftime in this one. Minnesota on top, up by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Jameer, what disappointed you about the way this team played in the first half, and what needs to change after the halftime?
I mean, we got to obviously keep them off the offensive boards. We're making a lot of mistakes, a lot of careless mistakes, things that we can change. But it's up to us to change them. Coach can't draw up something on that board that's going to change that. We have to come with effort, but we have to play smart. We can't go out there and lose our mind when we're trying to play hard.
Jameer, thank you, guys. He's visibly frustrated.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. But we've shot the ball well, I'll give us that. And it's because we've had great shot selection. We've made really good choices with the ball. And when it comes to the speed of the game, I'd love to see it being played at a walk, not a sprint, if you get my drift. Let's not hurry things. All right, everybody got it? Now let's get out there and tack some points onto that lead and make it a mountain that's too high for them to climb.
The second half just about to get going here.
Just absolute domination in this one for Pekovic. 16 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Ricky Rubio. Young is out there with Pekovic. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Brewer in at the shooting guard. On defense, Dallas, 7-point differential. 6 to shoot, takes the 13-footer, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Minnesota. Nelson outside. To the left wing. Nelson, right side. Here's Parsons. Again, the Mavericks score. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And Brewer kicks to Rubio. There's the feed to Wiggins. Young outside. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the baseline. Almost, but it rolls out.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Ellis can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 7.
Corey Brewer, 2-time NCAA champion at Florida alongside Joakim Noah and Al Horford. And last season, a return to Minnesota where he started his career. Now in the second year of a 3-year deal. Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Then it comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Williams in for Brewer. Clark said despite his ACL surgery a few seasons back, he feels he's faster now than when he came into the league.
And that's a good thing, Kevin. You know he can struggle to score in the half court. Not a really good shooter or ball handler, but with his speed, he really flourishes in transition.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second chance points. There was something else he mentioned too. He wants them to utilize the pick and roll as much as possible in their coming possessions. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here is Nelson. Back to Nowitzki. The baseline J. Here's Wright, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Wright's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Rubio, the pass to Williams. Back to Rubio. Passes it to Dang. And Rubio kicks to Bennett. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Williams. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Nelson against Rubio. Ellis with the screen for Nelson. Wright with a screen on Rubio. Over in the corner, Ellis. Reverses. And that one's good. Wright's got 8 points.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Harris is checked in for Parsons, and it's Felton in for Jameer Nelson. Minnesota also with the sub. Garcia, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Outside Williams. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Garcia.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Felton goes in, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. That's going to send Raymond Felton to the line. That's on Anthony Bennett. Dallas making a switch here. Aminu's checked in. The Mavericks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, how about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Garcia can't get it to go.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway.
Now here's Felton, averaging 6 points per contest. Harris misses. Timberwolves leading by 5. Right side Garcia cans the 12-footer. Garcia's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Garcia against Felton. Can't hit. And Minnesota now the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That's good from Garcia.
And Wright, because he's light-weighted, can struggle in matchups with stronger opponents. But he is a shot blocker. His length really helps him in pick-and-roll situations.
And so Garcia nails both of them.
And for Wright, it seems like he'll always be slight of build, but he hasn't been one to chafe over his playing time. He just focuses on playing well in the minutes he earns.
Now here's Felton to the right side. Wright dishes to Felton. Kicks it out to Ellis. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Just his first attempt. And that one hits back iron.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that.
Felton against Garcia. Felton goes in, kicks it out to Ellis. Ellis left side. 13 feet away, and he nails the jumper.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Ellis against Garcia. Shot denied.
Probably should hold for one shot here. Clock is on their side.
Yeah, no brainer. They can hold it for the last shot.
Ellis kicks to Felton. Right, the pass to Ellis. Ellis left side. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
This Friday night, February 6th, Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies take on Nikola Pekovic and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Live from Target Center. You don't want to miss it.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist to the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. It's the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Jameer Nelson is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Ellis, and at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Nowitzki. Great D that time from Pekovic. Minnesota shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Here's Brewer. The rebound by Monte Ellis.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Williams, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
First free throw is good. Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallas. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Minnesota in the lead. Rubio with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. Young sets a screen for Rubio. Parsons against Young. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Rubio. gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Nelson dishes to Berea. Right with a screen on Williams. Taken away by Williams. Right side, Williams. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Wiggins is checked in for Minnesota. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He told his guys it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, Doris. Wright sets a screen for Nelson, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Timberwolves leading by 12. Kicks it to Young. Back to Rubio. And there's the pass to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Young, right side. Off target there with the little leaner.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up.
Took him no time at all on that one. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Brewer with a screen for Rubio. Dishes it to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Here's Rubio. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Parsons outside. Berea kicks to Parsons. From deep. The shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 10. And here's Wiggins. Rubio outside. Pass to Brewer. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. On its way from Young for 2. That's good on the jump shot. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. Parsons outside. Out to the right wing. Here is Berea, covered by Brewer. Now Berea. Baseline J on the way. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Young's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Dallas. Wright's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Monte Ellis, he's checked in for J.J. Berea. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. That's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Nowitzki's shot is no good.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Pekovic with a screen on Ellis. Feeds it to Young. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
And it's Nowitzki penetrating. Rubio with the rebound. Rubio's got 3 rebounds now in this one. He feeds it to Pekovic. Now Young inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
Well, at least they spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this game.
And that's huge. There's a big difference between dropping 2 out of 3 as opposed to getting swept.
Now Brewer following the miss by Ellis from deep. Brewer passes to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Here's Pekovic. No good. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Nelson against Rubio. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.